Gwen? Wanna get out of here? Welcome to Spider Society.
So brilliant job with the film, guys. You're both honestly so phenomenal once again in this movie. What was it like taking everything that you did in the first film and multiplying it by 1,000?
It felt like just that.
Yeah.
It was so cool just to, honestly, I think I can speak for the both of us when I say we've been lucky enough to walk into this world that has been created by, the greatest animators, filmmakers, composers, you name it. We get to walk in and do our part, and a lot of that consists of just listening to them. So it's been amazing.
What are you most excited about fans seeing with this character?
Oh, his animation, like, and the effects, and like so much detail has been put into just like his just moments on screen, and just how he changes, and how it's just a reflection of how his vibe is internally. It's just amazing.
How fun was it to play the slightly different iteration of the character?
So fun. Like it's to explore and find his voice and create something new with the like Kemp and Phil and Chris. It was just really, it's just a really incredible experience just to work with them. I mean, I'm a fan of all of their films, so it's just love building with them.
And Spider-Man's obviously such an iconic character. What does this character mean to you?
Great power comes with responsibility. It means, I think watching this film, I kind of really felt what really resonates with me about Spider-Man. Like, I mean, I think it's not just about being a superhero, it's about being a responsible adult, it's about being like there for your people, it's about like doing what's right and wrong. It's like real core human themes that it explores, so it's all of that.
There's an elite crew with all the best spider people in it?
So Shameik, I love the family dynamics that Miles has in this movie. I feel like that's an aspect that keeps all Spider-Man characters really grounded. How important and imperative do you feel like that aspect of the character was in making the decisions that Miles does in this film?
It's everything. I mean, our parents have a huge impact on how we perceive things and how we react to things and etc. So, the fact that in the first film, Miles' dad is like, I love you, Dad. I love you, Dad. Dad, I love you. Like, that's really, like, that's great for fathers and sons to see. Like, that's okay to do. Yeah. You know, that's a great example of, like, the kind of love that Miles is expecting when he goes and meets, you know, the Spider President or whatever, the person running the Spider Society. He's expecting that kind of a love or invite, and you know, when you see the movie, you'll see, like, it's just like, nah, this doesn't feel right.
And Hayley, similarly, I loved how Gwen Stacy as a character has grown and developed so much in this film. She's got so many more dimensions. How do you feel she is from an emotional perspective compared to the first film?
I think she's taking on a whole new part of life, and not, you know, there hasn't been too much time that's gone by, but enough to where we've entered a new phase of life, and that consists of figuring out who you are exactly and stepping into your own and taking ownership of who you are.
Miles goes up against the entire Spider-Verse in this film. What do you think gives him the ability to do so?
The second, like, is you're challenging my entire experience.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Nah. You guys. I'm gonna beat all of you, actually. You thought you was the spider, but hello, I am Miles Morales.
Yeah. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Look at you.
Look at me.
We have loads of Spider-Man universes in this film. Which one was your favorite?
I love Gwen's world, how it's, Hayley just mentioned today that it's like kind of inspired by a mood ring. I just thought that's amazing. And I was like, something about the colors that really appealed to me, and I was like, this is really amazing. Yeah. And when she said that, I was like, oh, that's what it is. It's like really like how she feels is very emo. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like, it feels emo. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's just so well observed, and it's coming from character.
Can you tell us anything about the unique approach that Phil Lord and Chris Miller brought to this movie?
They allow us to be in a space where creativity will flow, you know, and for themselves, it's loose. It's not buttoned up or like floating heads talking, and we don't get to hear what they're saying. And they're in there, they're laughing, they're throwing things at you, they're changing things on the spot. It's loose, but then on the other hand, they're so precise and intentional with everything in this movie, so detailed. It's like they have to be intentionally creating this space for us to be like that in the booth, and then go be a whole different way probably with the animators, or like you know, it's so interesting. I really am curious because those guys, it's just an honor to be involved, honestly, and to watch the process.
I think they kind of were just like, what would you say? They were like, literally just give me free roam at times. Go, what would you say in this moment? What's real with me? And I would just, because I've got improv background, I would just go say this, say that, throw this way, throw that in it, throw that in it. Some of it made the film, and yeah, they just kind of gave me a lot of freedom with camp. Gave me a lot of freedom to do me and explore and find a character, fail, figure it out. You know what I mean? And we kind of built it together.
The possibilities are literally endless with animation. What did you particularly love about this medium?
It's just truly creative, you know. It's just truly just like they created a world, and it's just, and like I love the fact that it's being considered, like people are talking about it like a work of art, because it is. And just because it's commercial doesn't take away its validity in the art space. You know what I mean? So I think that for me is what I think is really special about this film, and what these animators have done, and Camp and the directors and then Phil and Chris, what all they've done is just really, really, really special work. You know what I mean? And I just really respect it.
Right when I thought, after seeing the first film, that was next level, I saw this thing. Gwen's World specifically, I have a soft spot for. It is so visually stunning, and it rails you in a way I've never felt before. And I'm lucky that it's Gwen's World.